went to a funeral yesterday. The gentleman who passed, his name was Luis Castillo. He was in his late 60s. Still had a hell of a lot of life ahead of him. He's the father of one of my good friends. I used to play in a band together with this dude back in the day. His dad wasn't around when we were playing in bands, when we were playing in that band, but his dad was there for a lot of my Sons of Texas endeavors, you know. So whenever we were on tour, and you know, when you're on tour and you're doing a national tour, anytime you're doing a national tour and you're going into Texas, I mean, Texas is so vast, so you've got to hit 2, 3, 4, towns in a leg, in a leg of a tour, you know what I mean? So this old man, I don't want to say old man because he wasn't really that old. Mr. Castillo, man, he made it out to several of our shows. Whether it be Austin, San Antonio, Corpus, and of course the few seldom shows that we had here in my hometown. He always made it out, man. Him and another one of his comrades, Mr. Benny. I call him Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Carlito's Way. If you've never seen that movie, you got to see it. Al Pacino. Anyway. So I went to his funeral up there in Freer, Texas. And I felt like I owed it to him to make it out there. It is a little bit of a drive. It was about 2 hours, maybe a little over 2 hours northwest of me. But I told my friend, I told Saul, I'm like, yo man, I'm gonna go up there, man, for your pops. You know, he showed me so much support, showed us, my former band, so much fucking support, man, for all those years. It's the least I could do. And so Saul said, well shit, man, it'd be deeply appreciated. He was telling me that his dad would be so stoked, right, to have me there. But dude, honestly, I was telling him that without people like him, without people like you all that supported the music and supported us on the road, we wouldn't have been able to make ends meet, man. And a lot of times this gentleman, this gentleman, we wanted to take care of him. He would come out, so I wanted to say, hey, don't worry about ticket sales. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about buying a ticket. We want to take care of you. We want to put you on the guest list so that, you don't have to worry. And even if we did, man, every single time, and even if it was on the same tour, even if he saw us on Austin this day and then San Antonio the next day, he'd go to the merch table and he'd drop money. He would drop and spend his hard-earned money to buy merchandise from us. So essentially, like I told Saul, like I told my friend, I'm like, dude, your dad, essentially, man, he put food on the table for me and my family, for all of us. Buying merch like that, every time, every time. And merch, merch ain't cheap. You know what I mean? I mean, easily within a couple of t-shirts and maybe a CD, easily, 60, $70. And the dude did that all the time. And it wouldn't stop there. I mean, this man was life of the party, man. He would, he'd come out and bring us a tray of shots or, a tray of drinks. The guy he was the life of the party. He really was, man. And he was a real motherfucker, and I loved it about him. A ride or die kind of guy, man. So it's like, I did really appreciate him, man, very, very much. Yes, sir. Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. God bless you. Credit cards. They want their payment. Anyway, so I got to, so I played, Saul, my friend, asked if I could play a couple songs there at the funeral, and man, it was tough. It was tough, and it made it exponentially harder when people started to cry openly, started crying, and it was hard, man. It was hard. The old man, he loved Black Sabbath, so the only really song I knew of Sabbath was Changes, and I think it was pretty appropriate, you know what I mean? Pretty appropriate Sabbath song. So I played Changes, and then after that, Saul had requested that I play Green Day's Good Riddance. And as much as I've heard it throughout the years, man, the past 20 years or so, I've heard it thousands of times, right? Beautiful song, really. But I've never attempted to play it, and it was pretty simple as far as the chords go. It took me a little while to get the melodies as I'm playing the chords, right? But as I'm reading the lyrics, man, it truly is a piece of work. It truly is a fucking masterpiece of a song, and yeah, man, it hit hard. It hit hard, man. That Green Day song hit hard, bro. So much wisdom in those lyrics, man. Anyway, I feel like I wanted to pay homage to Mr. Castillo, Mr. Luis Castillo. God bless you. May you rest in peace, my brother. And thank you so, so much for the endless support that you showed me, that you showed us on the road. It meant the world to me. And this is to all of you guys, to everybody who ever supported this thing, to who supported us, It truly does mean a lot. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can play that song for you guys, man. It is a truly beautiful song, and I've never recorded it. I've never attempted to record it or cover it, so yeah. Life is a fleeting thing, man, and I try my very, very best to stay present in the present moment and just to try to soak it all in. Hence why I'm out here, I try to come out here as much as I can in the mornings just to show gratitude, a little prayer, show gratitude, have my morning cup. Try to have my morning cup and my cigar. I don't have cigars right now, but I try to make it out here every morning, and yes, my mind and my mind is flooded with just worry and preoccupied with so much, but I try my very best to be present and just to be grateful, just to show gratitude, for everything I have, because I am a lucky son of a bitch, man. As much as I bitch and moan and piss and complain about where I am not, I'm a lucky motherfucker, man. And I know a lot of us are, and we just need to just take stock in what we have, in our lives. Anyway, I hope you guys, I'm gonna try to cover the song for y'all, and hope I do it justice. Rest in peace, Mr. Luis Castillo, man. God bless you, brother. We'll see you. I'll see you on the other side soon, man.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin I'll try. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life. Something unpredictable, in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.